All right. Like I said, here we go. And we in the building.
I think the
How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there? Oh yeah, mic check 1 2. All right, so we out this thing, y'all. And what's good with it, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Talking Shit, episode 47. Um, my apologies, I wasn't able to get with y'all the last couple weeks. I've been seriously laid up in the hospital with a major surgery. But as y'all see, everything is cool. Still hurting a little bit, so that's why I'm gonna run through this one quick. You might see me sit in the back a lot, but it is what it is, man. We're gonna get through it, y'all. Thank you, and I love y'all for rocking with me, man. Let's get on to it.
Tried to kill a man cause he urinated in the bed. All right, let's hear the lady out first. All right, put a picture up full mask. What happened here? 25-year-old Brianna Lacoste of Baton Rouge is accused of stabbing a boyfriend after he urinated in their bed following a night of drinking. East Baton Rouge Sheriff's deputies said she is charged with 1 count of attempted second-degree murder. According to the police report obtained by Fox 5 television station, deputies responded to a stabbing at a local hospital on January 14th. The victim was in the emergency room after being stabbed on the left side of his torso with a knife. He also had a punctured lung, okay? The victim told authorities that his girlfriend, Lacoste, became extremely enraged for urinating in the bed. The couple said the couple was actually living together for about a year and a half. The report also stated the couple had been out heavily drinking late and were intoxicated. All right, now that's a point here. All right, I'm gonna come back to that point in just a minute. The boyfriend then said Lacoste, his girlfriend, woke him up and started hitting him because he urinated in the bed. He tried to restrain her and then tried to physically get away from her. However, she is the one now charged. She's the one who charged at him, and she's charged with a kitchen knife and stabbed him, according to the documents. During the investigation, Lacoste reportedly told deputies the couple had planned on separating. On the night in question, she admitted she was upset after the boyfriend urinated on himself and ripped him out of bed, leading to the physical altercation. The police report said Lacoste admitted that during the fight, her boyfriend started choking her and she defended herself. She then admitted to stabbing her boyfriend on the left side of his arm and attempted to render medical aid before taking her boyfriend to the hospital. Just highly convoluted here. So we have no camera inside of that home. We don't know exactly how this played out. We do know a few facts that were confirmed by both, is that he did urinate. He does not deny that. They do not deny drinking a lot that night, and the fact that a knife was absolutely used to stab him. Sharon, here's a question. Have you ever been so upset? But listen, first of all, I hate to ask because this assumes you dated a guy that urinates in the bed.
What on earth, Dr. Richie? I don't even know what. I was hoping you were going to say we're short on time. I have something to say about everything, but I don't even understand. Nobody tells a story like you. I'm glad you clarified it, because I know there's all types, and two consenting adults. Some people are into that. I don't know what went down here, Dr. Richie. Okay, I'm a single mom, and there's nothing going on in here. Okay. I have no reference point for you.
No reference point at all here.
None.
Hey, neither do I. Neither do I. All right.
I'm
Okay.
back on mute for this.
All right. So we'll follow it. Obviously, it's still ongoing. They have not concluded that he has no fault, but as it stands now, she is the one arrested. All right.
That is wild.
Responds to a domestic call, ends up having some kind of relationship, allegedly, with the woman later. The man in the home finds out, calls the cop meets him, off-duty cop kills him. Let's put up the picture, full mass. A North Carolina police officer killed a man while off duty during an argument over a woman. You have Kwaku Agipan, a Ronlo police officer, shot and killed a 33-year-old male, Juan Avalo. This was during an altercation over the slain man's partner. He had been with the department for less than 6 months at the time of this shooting. Let me give you background, a significant background to this. The warrant said that Ajupan met Avalo and the woman when he was called to their home in November. Keep the timeline here. He was called in November, 911, he's the guy responding. It was a domestic disturbance. Reports show that Avalo traveled to New York after the disturbance and that authorities were unable to serve him with an arrest warrant during that time. However, the Gaston County Sheriff's Office records show Avalo was booked in jail on December 7th and charged with assault by strangulation, assault on a female, assault with a deadly weapon, larceny, and assault with a deadly weapon with a minor present. However, the 34-year-old stayed in touch with the woman after he was called to the house. That's a no-no. And Avalo found out about it, found his number in the woman's phone, found the number on New Year's Eve. He contacted the cop who suggested the two men meet at a gas station for mutual combat. It's called a fight. So Ajupan showed up at Avalo's home in short time later with the service weapon. And the two men were wounded in the altercation. Avalo suffered a gunshot wound to the head and was pronounced dead. New Year's Day, 5:20 a.m. New Year's Day. The incident happened November. He found the information New Year's Eve. He's dead New Year's Day. The cop was briefly hospitalized with a stab wound to his neck. The town manager, his name is Jonathan Blanton. So Mr. Blanton also said the Gaston County District Attorney's Office and the State Bureau of Investigation decided reasonably early in the investigation to charge the cop with first-degree murder rather than classify the crime as self-defense.
Wow.
He's being held without bond in a Cleveland County jail. So let me get this right. So today I've reported on a 13-year-old black child with no gun, no threat to anybody being killed. And the cops are like, the homeowner is being really cooperative with us, okay? No arrest. And then you have this situation, okay? There's no courtesy here. Yeah, they knew right away, yeah, there was a murder. And it's true, was. This officer violated virtually every protocol of engagement and then decided to commit significant and severe criminal action. Clear cut. Nobody's questioning if he should be arrested or not. But my point is, why is it so different? When a 13-year-old is shot and killed, there's ambiguity. This doesn't add up. All right, insane, but once again, I submit to you what Ithaca, New York did. And we had the mayor, the former mayor of Ithaca, New York on the show. They decided to launch exhaustive psychological exams for anybody who wanted to be a cop. And what did the mayor say? 75% of the cops that passed their basic training failed their exhaustive psychological exam. But for the 25% who passed it, not one of them, not one, violated the rights of a citizen. The man said it right here on the show, not one. But you have people like this walking around every day. All right, Jackson, thoughts here.
I think that statistic that you just gave in terms of making sure that police officers, because they are human beings, first and foremost, there's a problem with the hiring process, but making sure that the people that you arm with guns and the authority to basically kill people and get away with it, that they're mentally stable. Because clearly this guy, if he was probed in any type of real way, there would be no way that you couldn't see that he shouldn't be in this position, especially after just 6 months being there. Because what he did is not like pragmatic behavior, especially for an adult who has some type of foundation to maintain. So like you pointed out, everything unethical across the board, him getting involved with the woman in the first place, but then just being stupid in general, not even just thinking with his wrong head. This is a situation of outrageous insecurity and, ultimately a man who should not have had that job.
When you give someone significant public trust like a cop, but you're against yearly psychological evaluations, you're against lie detector tests, keep in mind, there are a lot of professions where bad people can do bad things, but a gun is final. You may be able to come back from, let's say, a negligent psychiatrist. You can bounce back. It's possible. When you're dead, you cannot. Significant public trust requires a significant level of accountability, and that's what you're missing, and that's the disconnect you see.
Wow.
Hey.
Turning it up. You can hear the sound.
So that was about the dude, the one y'all had put in there last week, cause the cop who had killed that dude's wife, he went to a domestic call and then started talking to the dude's wife or whatever.
They killed her.
Nah, he killed the dude. He killed her husband.
Oh.
The off-duty cop killed her husband. Talk about meet me at the gas station so we can fight, but he gonna take his service pistol and end up killing the man. But Rashad Ritchie turned it into why do they always basically, like, it was open shut right here. But when like a 13-year-old kid grabs a gun from somewhere and shoots somebody or whatever, it's always, they taking time on what they gonna charge, who they gonna charge and shit like that. That's all he was basically kind of saying.
Yeah.
I think that shit based though. That nigga went to that. He called this nigga up. Like, it was a domestic dispute. He answered the call. He keep in touch with the bitch. He called her a couple months later. They evidently fucking around. A couple months later, this nigga find out. He called him like, yo, you meet me at the gas station. Nigga like, cool. Nigga take his service pistol.
Hit the like button. Yeah, they be hoes, man. Most of them be hoes. Shit, man, how you doing?
In pain, but
how you doing?
I'm cool. I'm in pain, but I'm alright.
Yeah, I mean, is it better than what it was
Oh
though?
hell yeah, that shit fixed.
As far as the pain go,
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, that shit fixed.
yeah, because you always was in pain.
Yeah, yep. But as far as that, like, well, I'm just healed. I'll say this now. I'm just healing. I ain't in no pain.
Yeah,
I'm just healing now.
yeah,
hmm Yeah, that shit gone. That pain gone like a motherfucker, bro.
yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that shit feel good. So all I'm doing is just trying to heal back up and get my my insides working right,
Right.
eating the right foods and shit like that, and trying to stay from moving around so much.
I know that. I know that had you on the weak ass menu while you was in there too.
At first, hell yeah. Then it got to be okay. But then, like after so long, that shit get to be like, ugh, that shit trash.
Yeah,
hmm Be the same shit every
that
motherfucking
food.
day.
Yeah, that food trash.
Then a motherfucker. Hey, nigga, I had wife. They bring me some hot sauce and shit, nigga. So I can get through that
Right,
shit.
right.
But shit, what you got on the agenda, man? What you got? What other than? Let's see. I did this one. Oh, we got to do this one that we had on the thing for last week. The update.
Who's trying to kill you? These were the final hours of Keenan Anderson's life. LAPD body camera video shows him in the middle of a busy intersection as police try to get him on the sidewalk. Have a seat against the wall. Police said Anderson had just gotten into a traffic accident and attempted to leave the scene.
The victim of that attempted crime would later tell officers she believed the suspect was trying to steal his car.
Body cam video later showed multiple officers subduing Anderson after he tried to run away from them, too. The chief said Wednesday his officers dry stunned Anderson 4 times in 33 seconds. That's when a taser's placed against a suspect's body. He said the initial probes did not work. Paramedics eventually took Anderson to the hospital. 4 hours later, he went into cardiac arrest and died.
Unclear what role the physical struggle with the officers and the use of the taser played in his unfortunate death.
Say his name.
The attorney now representing Anderson's 6-year-old daughter doesn't buy it.
The force that they used against this man, who was clearly in the midst of troubles, was excessive.
True Colors, a Black Lives Matter co-founder, posted to Instagram that Anderson was her cousin and he deserves to be alive right now. Meanwhile, the academy where Anderson taught here in D.C. said it's dealing with its 3rd violent loss of a member of its community in the last 3 months. The principal said she's angry another talented, beautiful black soul is gone too soon.
And that was our John Henry reporting. Now, LAPD did not say Anderson had a weapon, but they also claimed their forensic test showed he had cocaine and cannabis in his system. Still, they add a final report from the LA County coroner has yet to be released.
Why does that even matter?
Right. I don't like when they do that. I don't like when they do that, bro. That was whack as hell for them to say some shit like that.
And the Black Lives Matter is not nothing you want to have attached to your name.
No. But it say cut. Oh, that's his cousin. Yeah, that was his cousin. That one of them ladies. Or whatever.
Like, it's okay to say Black Lives Matter, but
Research shows
you don't want to be affiliated with the
customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
with the organization.
Hi, I'm Kevin Roach. I'm a professor here at CA.
Definitely don't.
Get off to the side here. Get on the street. Hey, stop right there. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall real quick. Stay down for it. Hey, stay here. Stay here.
Sir, I need some water. Can you get some water? Please.
Stay here. I'll get you some water here in a second, okay?
Please.
Just have a seat up against the wall there,
Yes, sir.
okay? Have a seat against the wall. Have a seat against the wall here.
Everybody got to see me, sir.
Have a seat
I don't want
against
to be
the
in
wall
the black.
over here.
I want people to see me.
Sir, okay, you can sit right there then.
Please.
I don't want you in the road. Come here, I don't want you in the road. Come here.
He probably high as fuck too. He probably he acting like he paranoid.
He acting like he about to take off.
Get down over there! Turn over on your
Oh,
stomach.
he jumped
right
in front
now.
of somebody's Tesla can.
Turn over on your stomach right now.
You see that?
Turn over.
Yeah.
Please don't do this, sir. Please. Help me, please. Help me, please. No, please help me. Help me, please. Please. Keenan, relax. Keenan, relax.
But how they know him by name though?
He probably told him his name.
They're trying to kill me. Help me. Help. Stop it. I'm gonna
give him
I'm
that.
gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase you. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Turn over. Turn over. I'm gonna tase you. Turn over. I'm gonna tase you. Turn over. I'm gonna tase you. Watch your elbow. Pardon? They're trying to George Floyd me. They're trying to George. Stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna tase you. I'm gonna tase him. They're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. Stop it.
That shit crazy, yo.
That nigga say they trying to kill me. They trying to kill me. Your main objective need to be making sure this motherfucker lives through this shit.
Or else you going down.
They probably ain't going down.
No. I don't know. I'm gonna keep on following that shit and see what they do to that officer or to them officers. Cause that nigga clearly had his fucking elbow on that nigga neck, cuz.
His knee.
Tasing him. Yep, and knee too. That shit crazy. Man, that shit crazy. Oh, update on this, y'all.
A customer faces charges this morning following the death of an employee at a
tire
shop in
guy.
DeKalb County. Police say it all started when the customer mistakenly thought the employee was a thief. Ariana Manisi is live for us now. Ariana, what are you learning about this case?
Well, this morning we see that flowers and candles sit out front of the Tire Plus in honor of the life of 24-year-old Daniel Gordon after he was shot and killed at work. The person accused of shooting and killing him is actually a customer. Now the family, they shared this picture with us. DeKalb police say Gordon was killed Saturday afternoon after a customer, and that's 30-year-old Quadarius McDowell had taken his car into the Tire Plus on the Cab Industrial Way for service, and police say the customer saw Gordon get into his car and thought he was trying to steal it. Police say he fired at Gordon multiple times.
Quadarius.
Yes.
McDowell tried to run away, but they were able to find him and arrest him. Now, we have reached out to the company that owns this Tire Plus, and we're still waiting to hear back from them on a statement on the tragic death of their...
I'm asleep, dog. This nigga name is McDowell. What's this?
That is exactly right. And to paint a picture, Orange County deputies believe this was
out there
all
tripping
a
in Florida
setup.
again.
So here's the bushes. They say two men, and you'll see it in that video, were crouching behind the bushes like this. When then the two victims came out of the restaurant over there, they popped out, robbed them, and shot two people, killing a husband and father.
Take a close look. Deputies are looking for three people. The first, this man in the orange shirt. They say he walked out of LaBelle Caribbean restaurant, turned on his car, then opened the hood of the car as a distraction, while these two people in masks are hiding behind the bushes. When the two victims walk out of LaBelle, the man in the orange shirt closes the hood and gets back in his car. He watches as the men behind the bushes come out, demand and grab the bag the victim is holding before before firing again, killing 39-year-old Edson Faustine. This happened on December 30th. The owner of the Caribbean restaurant tells me Faustine was a father, husband, and a business owner.
I'm a family member. I'm a Haitian. The guy who was shot, he gets shot and killed, is a Haitian. That's my blood.
The owner says he doesn't know the suspects in this case, but says the shooting has made employees worried.
Of course, like I said, it's scary. We got to be nervous because you don't know what's out there.
Another business in the shops of Southland Plaza claims someone shot into their store recently and says the late-night crowd in the plaza is a problem.
But it's very disheartening that this kind of behavior is allowed to occur in our parking lot at the wee hours of the morning, and nothing's being done to stop it.
Now, surveillance video shows this happening around 4:45 in the morning. The restaurant is supposed to be closed at 2 in the morning. The owner says that they let some customers hang out while they were cleaning up for the night. If you have any information about these suspects, call Crime Line. Reporting live in Orlando.
They is in there gambling.
35 News.
They is in there gambling. That's what that was.
Hell yeah.
You don't need that.
You already.
And ain't no
Mother and her
dude.
two
And
sons
ain't no
died.
dude who came out there and had that bag.
Had some cheese, yeah.
What
the fuck?
Dude.
I'm Dan
Dude, they set him up. Dude tried to act like his car was fucked up. He was in on it.
Yeah, cause did you see how he kept easing his shit? Like if he was gonna run, he was gonna
Yeah.
run the car and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was a setup. Like a motherfucker, man. These jets, man. Whoa, you can't fuck with these niggas, bro.
If you was scared for your life, then you would have hit dude with the gun.
Facts. That's how I feel.
You could have hit him. You could have backed up and spent it around and smacked him.
Plus, you got a lot of protection around you as far as that car door, or that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That car, them two niggas ain't had shit around them. That's why you could clearly see he was like easing up into position to make sure that them niggas wasn't gonna run away.
Right.
Like you said, he set that shit up. He set up from the jump. All the way from the jump, man. That shit crazy. I just been trying to catch this little stuff. Catch these little things, man. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Listen, look at this shit, bro.
Around the country, including the Beach
I don't know
Grove
when
Police
this happened.
Department in Indiana, where just prior to air, Sergeant Zach Horgan responded to a report of a toddler waving a firearm.
Let's see what this shit about.
Did you guys call?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
There's a little boy, so my son opened the door, and the little boy upstairs then standing with a firearm. It's like, shut the door, Mom, he's gotta go. And I looked out the people, and he was standing there with it behind us.
What has those been like? What gold or orange tip?
It's chrome, black, looked like a R45.
Okay.
Chilling, baby.
You know which department it was?
I have no idea.
I'm trying to stay current. I think this shit just happened a couple days ago, cuz.
Beach Grove Police! Apartment 7, Beach Grove Police! Where they at? Sorry to wake you up. What's going on?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we're here because the downstairs neighbors said they saw.
Just like that.
Your son running around with something they thought was a silver handgun.
And you're getting, you know, at the lowest time, like what's the lowest amount you could be charging about it?
Nothing that resembles a gun or anything?
You're green and gray.
Look how big that wipe that baby is with that damn diaper on. Bro, that nigga,
God, right.
That nigga big as the leaf
He
talking.
ain't no Tyler.
No, hell no. That nigga in school.
You're around here, you know, I just kind of, I just put up on Facebook, man. You know, what are your plans? Like, are you content living like this? Like, it's like you really just whatever. I can't even hear what they said.
They ain't saying too much. It's just like they ain't saying nothing for real.
Okay. Well, you might want to do a better job of locking your door.
Which delivery is on $652 on car insurance.
Yeah.
With the mileage tax, you can call us with your cycle.
That'd be funny if the little nigga just ran to the corner like, ha!
Hey, where you gonna find one?
That baby had a gun. Look, I sell guns for a living. He pointed it at me. I'm telling you, he had a gun. He pointed it at me and said, "Look what I got."
He was going outside. I was going outside because she got a new starter on the car, and I was gonna go check it out. I went outside, and came in, and I went to go back outside. I went to go back outside. He was standing
What's the real pain on the inside that you haven't spoken about, that you haven't talked about, that you're running away?
Get away from the door. Like he has a gun. I was like, that is not a toy. That is it was the top, the slide was chrome, the bottom half was black.
Yeah, I can't even hear you.
I know I saw it because he pointed it right at me.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong for that. I mean, obviously, you see something like it. Again, call us.
It's up loud in the mud.
I mean, if a toddler in a diaper's walking around
Where
with
the
a
hell was
handgun.
they? It took y'all that long to get to it.
Well, it takes that long for the
No. I'm talking upstairs.
Are you sick or something? I don't know.
Because he could have shot through the floor any damn thing. I mean, the boy been out here. He done knocked on my door 3 times today.
Really? Well, he gets out again, call us.
I
know the response times kind of slow. It goes to dispatch and it takes a while.
Did he know that you felt that?
Takes it forever.
That's kind of where we're at, though.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, so at this point, what, if anything, are we doing to try to get ourselves out of this position in life?
Yeah, screaming over the house, crazy over the house.
I mean, you say you were the car director at that point.
You know, like
Oh, somebody got it on tape.
He had a gun.
Let's go back up there.
Yeah, he
That's
did.
a big ass gun, too.
Ain't it? Ain't it?
Interested in the food. Somebody died. It's just too late. I'm very living.
But see, they still not going in on action though. He got a flashlight. He did not have his gun out.
Yeah.
All right, we have video of your kid holding a gun. So, do you have a gun?
I've never brought a gun in this house. If there is, it's my cousin.
Okay.
Oh boy, if it is, it's my
Here?
cousin's.
No.
Where does he have his own room? Does he own a firearm?
He comes to visit, yes.
Was he here within the last 3 minutes?
Oh, he's been here in the last 10 days.
Okay, but we need to figure out where this firearm is. Where'd you put down that toy? And we have a legit video of him holding a firearm. So.
Okay. Well, I don't own it.
I mean, our concern is Why was he in the hallway anyways?
This is.
Trying to stay up with
Right.
He's lying.
So I can't take him over there.
Lying like
I've
hell.
been trying to.
His ass drunk.
I got you. And I can't catch him all the time quick. Okay. So we need to leave. Figure that. Do you allow us to assist in this? Right.
While here in New York, investigating the best Sean Jackson.
The only place I know maybe is where? My closet in the back. Okay.
I don't have a gun. If there's a gun in here, it's my cousin's. I don't know where they're at. If it might be here, it might be in the closet in the back, in my closet. Motherfucker.
You know, where does he stick it in here?
Yeah.
Who is this random ass bitch?
Rifling through things, you know.
Fucking sleep, dog.
He should have already had it ducked up in a nice place and be like, ain't no gun here, y'all can look and see.
Damn, them apartments big as hell.
And y'all protecting African and building a career of straying in the and one of those careers that each of the African is top structure.
So we were called for a juvenile in the hallway.
This nigga got vests and cowboy hats, bro.
Dad said he didn't see it, but then a neighbor came out and showed us video of the kid in the hallway with a firearm. So now we're trying to figure out where that is. He gave us permission to look around for it. He said he doesn't.
Meth temp day worker vest.
His brother does.
He definitely on meth and beer.
Yes.
He drank a 24 pack and fell asleep.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The little dude had the gun.
A bush.
All right, we've obviously been watching what could have been an incredibly serious situation narrowly avoided. Welcome to On Patrol Live. We got
David Dad was in the hallway with a gun, laying down.
Here it is.
Why would you put it in there?
In the Henry Hutch.
That's the first place they gonna look.
Trophy Trip 36, you're on firearm for me.
We got action.
Cotton.
Smith & Wesson SG9 to 9
It's as big as hell with your fucking pull up on.
You feel me?
That motherfucker like 5 years old.
Got the weapons. We got the weapon.
They found that shit, huh, Cotton?
Yeah, they found it.
This was like live though, wasn't it? Is this today?
All right, so now
No, this was a couple of days ago.
Couple days, okay. All right.
Yeah, you talking about this weapon here?
That is hilarious,
I try not to.
I don't want to hear nothing they saying. Let me get back to the room.
This is the child with the loaded weapon. This was the piece of evidence.
Just to make sure that
Oh, he pulling that bitch too.
Yep.
I cried.
He just can't pull it because his finger too weak.
Only one.
He was trying to yank that bitch, boy.
That's absolutely tough to see. Now, obviously, like you said, the officers out there were talking about the gun didn't appear to be chamber loaded. You can see the kid was clearly pulling the trigger.
Man.
Had it been chamber loaded, could have been a horrific situation.
No question, because you had people.
How did they find him,
We
though?
already knew what had happened, right?
Because the
We'd heard
girl
from
right
the
here
neighbors.
got this,
We'd seen it on
yeah,
the phone.
her ring
There's
camera.
something about watching this now.
Well, even just
This how they got it.
The playback right there is
Look
a
at it.
point that he's holding it up, and it's literally almost looks like it's pointing up towards his own face. And we hear these type of stories.
Bro,
his big ass
find these firearms, these horrific.
with that diaper on.
sometimes
big as hell,
seeing it on
man.
video is definitely very different.
Yeah, which is good that, you know, citizens or neighbors got
Who's
involved.
baby Huey
Because
at?
it could be a really tragic situation.
All right, so
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
still see what
He
they
was
decide
outside
to
with the
do
toolie.
on a legal matter here.
Wasn't
Bang, bang.
Right.
Surveillance video waving
In his
a
Pampers.
loaded weapon after his son. This is the dad now being arrested after his
Look at his
son
J's.
was on that surveillance video waving
Them
a
bitches beat
loaded
down. I
weapon.
know. I ain't even see him, but I know them motherfuckers
Neighbors
is destroyed.
downstairs had said that the toddler
You about to see him when he hit that corner?
pointed the gun at them. The child
That's
now
right.
taken
They ain't
to
that bad. They just look
his
generic.
mom.
They look like the ones with the Jordan doing the layup.
Any of them?
Yeah, they probably is.
It's his handcuff.
Look, I don't know, no, I don't know.
Yo, stupid ass. You shouldn't even answer the door.
Right. Father arrested for neglected dependent.
Well, I think he kind of had an idea that he might get in trouble more than just a report.
Man.
So after speaking to on-call prosecutors, they said there's enough for child neglect as a felony since it was a loaded firearm that he was unsupervised with. So he's going to go down to jail today for that, and then
Crazy. Yeah, that shit was wild.
He's stupid as hell. All he had to do was take the bullets off the gun. Or take the firing pin or something out of there and be like, the gun don't even work.
Troy Guidry.
Right. This shit crazy. That shit is nuts. That nigga was big as hell, boy. Well, I think
They should have took it. They should have took it for neglect soon as they seen how big he was in them Pampers.
You ain't lying, nigga. That's severe neglect, nigga. He don't know how to piss yet. Poop on his own. He can't boo. He can't go boo boo by himself.
Nope.
Hell no.
You know his big ass letting out some stanking ass shits too. He probably be like, go throw it in the trash and go put another one on.
You know that's what he say. Cause he be drunk off them bushes. Kai, what you got to say about that old bullshit?
It is what it is, man.
I'm sleep.
Stupid.
Well, shit. All right, we're gonna hit this last one, man. This happened a couple of days ago. I guess dude husband confessed to killing his 21-year-old wife.
Is that the stabbing?
I think, yeah, she was head decapitated. Her head was decapitated. Which stabbing you talking about in Idaho?
It was a dude.
The college kid.
He was in the car. No, I don't know about that beheading. It was a dude, and him and his old lady got into it, and then he went live. And he had poked her up like 21 times or something like that, and she over there like breathing for her life, and he on the live like talk to me nicest. I forgot what he was saying to her.
Damn.
I saw that one.
Let me see.
Yeah, it was a white lady.
Stabbed on
She was over
live.
there bleed. Yeah, he stabbed her on live. They didn't show it on live, but it just showed her like he's talking to her and he's like leaning against it and he's in the camera and she's talking to her and you just hear her in the background like, help me, and she gasping for air and shit. Yeah, it was bad.
Damn.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. We want to pull that one up. Let's check out this what's the name while we do that, while we gather that info.
Guidry, last name. On the 11th, yesterday, approximately 4:18 p.m.,
We received a call through dispatch. There's a possible deceased person, 21-year-old female, inside a residence located behind 206 Oak Hollow. Upon arrival, our detectives observed a deceased Hispanic female with a start over.
He having a hard time.
I don't really want. How do y'all want me to say this? I'm just going to leave it as deceased female, and then y'all ask the questions later, okay? And we'll just do that.
Hi, drop shippers. It's time to focus on what.
He couldn't take that. He ain't doing nothing but say, I want to hear the story.
She was found in the back of the second home.
You gotta start over.
I'm not even sure it's a half address. It's just a residence located behind in a small building. This did happen at 4:18 as the initial call came in. Upon arrival, they did find the deceased person inside the house. Further investigation
you sent that shit to Instagram?
Led to
Not to.
the family being detained and relocated out to our office for interviews, and the suspect placed into custody for what we're assuming is going to be a murder charge in the end.
Because all we get, y'all can't hear the reporters asking the question. Nobody can really. It's not even really on the tape.
Portion of a body dismembered and
This morning about 0338, just before 0400.
Going on, everybody.
Sheriff's office began receiving multiple shots fired. Reports of multiple shots fired. Actually, the report was they believed an active shooter was in the area because of the number of rounds that were being fired. Deputies arrived about 7 minutes later. As deputies arrived on scene, they noticed two victims who were apparently dead in the street. Deputies began calling for more assistance and located a third victim of a shooting in the doorway of the residence where the gunfire was coming from. As deputies began searching the area, unfortunately they began finding multiple victims at this scene. At this point, we have six total victims who have been shot and killed at the scene of the 6800 block of Harvest behind us. We have victims that are located inside the home. We have one victim who is alive as deputies arrived, and CPR was being given to multiple victims on scene. Unfortunately, no one, including the man who went to the hospital via ambulance, he was also pronounced dead at the hospital. We can tell you that we believe we have at least two suspects at this point. We also believe that this is not a random act of violence. We believe that this was a targeted family. We believe that there are gang associations involved in this scene, as well as potential narcotics investigations. As of a week ago, we as the Sheriff's Office actually conducted narcotic search warrants at this residence. We can tell you that two of the victims, tragically, the whole situation is tragic. But we have a 17-year-old mother and a 6-month-old child, both of which were shot in the head.
Wow.
So at this point, we do believe that this is a targeted act of violence, not a random act of violence. Currently, we have our crime lab that's on scene. Our forensics unit is on scene. We have our gang detectives as well as our homicide detectives, and we have pulled out all resources to begin the investigation in this. I do have more information, but I'm not at liberty to discuss at this point. We have potential information which will hopefully lead to potential suspects, or will lead to suspects, that of which I don't know we don't exactly know at this point. So very limited information, as you can tell. There's a lot of resources on scene, putting a lot of investigations into this. We do have a family that has been escorted from the scene. We do have survivors. The reason for them surviving this horrific massacre, for lack of a better term, we just don't have all that information this morning. But we do have investigators interviewing multiple people, including neighbors and friends.
Yeah, they're gonna have a whole lot of rain cam on that. That's crazy. 6 family members, including the baby, shot dead at the home. Targeted execution style. That's what we was just watching, cuz.
Showed us that no matter what you do, no matter how much you remember yourself.
The New York Times obtaining chilling posts, it says, are from the Idaho.
Ain't it? We're gonna do this Idaho nigga, and then we're gonna end it off there with the rest of this Idaho nigga. But oh, y'all seen that shit with that shit? And he said it was gang. He said the gang task, you know, they on top. Gang task on top. Like the gang, like they bringing them niggas out for that shit. It seemed like it's gang affiliated and shit. A targeted act of violence.
I don't know who opened the balcony. Just open.
That shit wild, man. Anybody got anything else? I got that one, man, and we can roll on. I got this one to drop on last.
That was the last one.
What you got?
No, the one I sent you.
Boy, you sent me some shit with a nigga putting some ramen and some cheese in a pot.
No, I didn't send it on IG. I sent it on Discord.
Oh, okay, got you. Let me see.
Travel to LA with you. Talkin is there in the house there.
I'm gonna try to pull it up here.
Why does he yell
on my phone real fast?
What
you been up to though, Cotton? What's happening?
Shit, trying to check on you. Your phone was off for a couple of days.
No. You must got a wrong.
Yeah, I called you.
Yeah, you must.
I called you and Chill called you. He said the same thing.
Yeah, y'all got a old number then. Cause it been on. On me. I was on the net and everything.
Yeah, it was during the weekend we were trying to call you to see if you was coming out.
Oh, who?
No, just was getting out.
Just getting out. Oh yeah. Yeah, they ain't let me out till yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. I put it in the damn chat. Hold on.
You put it in the chat?
Mm-hmm. In this chat.
Oh no. Put this is Talkin channel. This video channel only. Ain't gonna see no words on this one. You put
Let
it
me
in
do it though.
General. Is it on general?
Don't get me the lion. I'm trying to find it where I put it. Oh, cause I did it on my phone. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to get on this in 3 different ways.
Oh yeah. Some people like the phone, and I like the computer better, but I can mess with it on the phone too.
Are you gonna put it in general?
Yeah, put it in general down here.
Okay. See it?
Yep. Alright, let me see.
Why they won't let us have the full app on here?
What you mean? On your phone?
No, on Xbox.
Oh, you on the box? I don't know. I do not.
Yeah, I'm chatting through the box.
This is right here, right?
Yep, that's it.
Getting lots of eye contact. I feel like this is going well. Just wish I knew what she was thinking.
Yeah. Goofy ass bitch.
Stripped, bound, and unable to escape.
Money guy.
Police say the woman in
Yeah.
this video, which we've blurred, is Janice David. You can hear her begging for her life.
Money guy. I started that night.
He choked her, he beat her, and he stabbed her. And then from there, he tried to set the car on fire.
Earl Lee Johnson Jr. allegedly went on Facebook
I'm
Live
gonna take
and
this
took
dog
David's
out.
life
Yeah, but that's
in
it.
an audience inside of a car in Sherwood Forest, stabbing her roughly 50 to 70 times, according to a source who asked to remain anonymous.
Apparently, they were involved in some drug usage together for a couple of days, and as end result, as everyone has seen on Facebook Live, is very gruesome, very, very evil act.
At one point, over 200 people watched the live as comments scrolled across the screen saying WTF and OMG as David slowly started to fade away. You can see her hands tied together with cords and blood in her hair as Johnson Jr. mumbles nonsense to the spectators. Eventually, someone notifies Facebook, who turned to the police.
Someone saw the video, notified Facebook, Facebook then notified State Police notified EBR conducted their investigation, they found the vehicle with the deceased inside the vehicle. They contacted us. We launched our investigation.
Johnson Jr. was already in police custody for suspected car thefts when authorities were notified of the alleged murder.
We interviewed him. He admitted to committing the killing, and then from there, as you see, we walked him out, and he's now in police custody being charged with first-degree murder.
Wow.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories.
Fuck is wrong?
These drugs, man. These people on these drugs, man, don't know how to control themselves.
While Mickey works on things out, Mike D refused to talk to us.
Bro, this shit is so fucking sad.
At the moment, he around me like this. Over the last decade,
And just to the simple fact that nowadays everything is put on Facebook Live and everything is live, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit just be right there in the moment. It's a good thing, but then it's not, because like motherfuckers gather around to witness death, man.
Yeah, it started when that one motherfucker had that meltdown and killed that old man. And said he was gonna kill somebody every day until something. So he killed himself with some shit. I know you remember that dude walked up on that old man that was on live and killed him.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
That shit was in Ohio too.
That was a long time ago. That was before the pandemic,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah, and that's when it started though.
Yeah.
Ever since that.
But I don't think any of
Rest in peace to that family, man, of that girl. Rest in peace to her. Condolences to the family is what I mean to say. Rest in peace to her, man.
There's been some talk about a couple of these guys being picked up.
It just seemed like today, it just seemed like nowadays, man, death ain't sacred. You know what I mean?
And this social media shit got motherfuckers really fucked up, man.
You ain't lying.
Got motherfuckers really wired wrong.
To even put that shit on there like that, bro. Like, what was he? You know, for him, he ain't gonna do nothing but gain. I don't know what he trying to gain, but he just want that notoriety of what comes with that. That's all he really want. He don't want shit else. He just straight clout chasing. He don't care if they're landing behind bars. I don't understand that shit. And if they not a capital state, if they not a capital murder state, then he can. If they're a capital murder state, he can get the chair. He can get put to death. But if they not, he just got a 25 with a L. So you know he going to fuck down.
Is he in Baton Rouge, isn't it?
Yeah. So what are they? Are they? What's the name or no? Are they Capital
Probably
Murder?
not. I don't know.
They got the death penalty.
Don't know. I don't know if they like Florida.
What y'all got it?
I think so.
Yeah, motherfuckers don't use it.
I'm not in the line of business, so I don't really track that. I ain't murdering nobody.
Right. I'm just saying though, you know you'll hear about executions and shit going on like we got it in
Oh no, I
Ohio.
don't be hearing that.
Yeah, we got Ohio is
I'll
one of
be
them
hearing.
states, and then you will every now and then you will on the news today such and such is getting ready to get executed for do the whoopty wop he did in whoopty wop. You'll hear that shit pop up.
Ohio?
Yeah, Ohio's nigga. We got the chair, nigga.
Uh-uh.
No, we ain't got the chair. We got the needle. Ain't it the needle?
Yeah, lethal injection.
It used to be the chair. Yeah, I used to have a chair, but I think everybody got the lethal injection now because it's more humane.
Bring the chair back.
They used to have a gas. I forgot. I think Texas and them used to have a gas chamber and shit. Or was
Bring the chair back.
Or was that Kelly? Why you want some fried chicken?
Who, me? I don't know fried chicken.
That's what the chair.
If they do some inhumane shit, then they need to go out inhumanely. The fuck you talking about? Bring the chair back.
Well, I mean that lethal injection ain't no punk neither, cuz.
Inhumane. My foot in the motherfucking neck.
Yeah, cause you know what happened with the chair, nigga. You know, if they didn't put that shit on your head right, like on Green Mile, your ass get to frying and smoking in that bitch.
Now fuck all that. What we need to do, that's the easy route.
What?
Put them niggas in Iraq somewhere. Take them and drop them off somewhere overseas. Where they gotta go, where they gotta go out and do what they tell them to do, or they gonna execute them the right way. They gonna chop off some limbs, yeah, chopping off some limbs. Something's gonna happen. You go there acting wrong.
They gonna lop your
Since you
shit
don't know
off
how
like a
to,
cantaloupe. Whoosh.
since you don't know how to act right in America, take your ass over there. Try that shit over there and see what happens.
That shit funny as hell. You still my banana? You still my fruit? Give me finger. Give me finger. What? Lop your shit. What?
In the street.
Right. Little dog come pick your shit up, run down the street. Chewing on your shit, you sitting over there hollering like a motherfucker. What's up, cuz? Hey, did you see how dude? Oh, okay. Yeah, see how dude was walking out the little courtroom and shit. I was walking out there. You see that?
Yeah, hell yeah, it's crazy ass.
Like he was the shit. Like, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
That nigga corny as hell. Oh shit, man. Let's run up this last one, man. See this little info on this Idaho man. Cause they say they got some shit from him.
Murder suspect Brian Koberger as a teenager. Time sharing screen grabs of the post with Outfront, in which Koberger reportedly says he feels no emotion, little remorse. One says, quote, "As I hug my family, I look into their faces. I see nothing. It is like I am looking at a video game." Out front now, Nicholas Bogle-Burrows, the reporter who broke this story. And Nick, I know that you identified and have now read through hundreds of messages from about a decade of time that you say were written by Koberger. So this would go from the time he was a teenager all the way until now. Tell me more about what stood out to you in these posts.
Yeah, so it begins with these posts on a forum website when he's about 16 years old, and he's talking about
Oh
feeling
yeah, I saw it in the
a
beginning
range
when he was
of
in there.
mental health conditions or problems with his life. He
we
talks
all just
about
kind of
not
wanted
being
to
able
know
to feel
why or what led
emotions,
him to this
feeling like
shit.
he's detached from the world, and as you mentioned, that when
Say
he
he's playing with the
hugs his own
cops.
family, he sees nothing.
I think he's smart.
He also described
Because he went
looking
to
at
school for
his life
criminal.
and going through the motions like it's a video game, and he's really hard on himself,
They
saying
say
he
he was
feels
on
worthless, that he's a
I
jerk
don't know
to
if it was
people in
on
his
like
life,
Discord
and
or
he doesn't
Reddit
feel bad
bragging
about
about
it
this shit.
afterwards. He also talked particularly about his dad, saying he treats his dad like dirt, even though he thinks of him as a
He
good
was
guy.
on there saying shit
And
only the killer would have known.
this is all back when he's in about high school and his later teen years. And what we know about his life after that is that he ends up becoming addicted to heroin around the time that he graduated high school in 2013, and that he's in and out of rehab. But then what's kind of interesting is after that, it seems like his life turns around somewhat. He goes to community college and starts studying psychology and starts messaging other friends about saying he's interested in studying the minds of criminals. It seems like he's found a passion of some kind in psychology and criminology.
Wow.
And then he ends up going, of course, as we know, to across the country from Pennsylvania, where he grew up, to Washington State last summer, and starts a PhD program in criminology there.
So it's amazing to see this, and you've had a chance to read all through this, which has to be difficult. You say that one of his friends told you that Koberger suffered from a neurological condition called visual snow, where people basically, as you describe it,
Get
see
out of here because
scattered
I got the bubble
dots, like sort of
guts.
static on a television to people at a certain age. One of the posts you shared with us says,
I'm gonna kick it with you after I get back.
shared with us, it's as if the ringing in my ears and the fuzz in my vision is simply all the demons in my head mocking me. What else do you know about the context there?
Yeah, the visual snow is a really little understood condition. It's like you said, it's static in your vision, like an old television, and there's really the cause is still not fully clear, but it really can be debilitating for some people. I want to be clear, it's not a sign of mental illness, and it's not something that anyone has said could explain these heinous killings. But it's something that he complained a lot about as a teenager, both to friends and on these online posts. And that was coupled with his complaints about life in general.
All right. Well, Nick, thank you very much. I appreciate your sharing your reporting with us in some of those posts, as disturbing as they are, as people try to understand this. Thank you. And on the back of Nick's reporting, let's now bring in Jim Fallon. He's a neuroscientist and professor of psychiatry and human behavior at UC Irvine. So, Jim, you hear Nick, the New York Times reporter, talking about Koberger suffering from a condition called visual snow. And the Times says he referenced this with the initials VS in an online post that says, when I get home, I am mean to my family. This started when VS did. I felt no emotion. Is there anything you can tell us about this visual snow condition?
Well, the visual snow is often associated with migraine, and it's thought to be generated by hyperstimulated neurons in the base of the temporal lobe. That's where a lot of visual processing occurs. And so, yeah, it's debilitating, and almost nothing is known about it. But it is a syndrome that you never hear about it being associated with murder or anything like that. Although, if you read the rest of his posts, and it seems clear that he's got a depersonalization syndrome, which is a type of dissociative disorder where you feel separated from yourself.
And is that when you're talking about, as Nick was just saying, sort of when he looks at the faces of his family members, he just says he feels nothing? That's what you're referring to?
Well, yes. You have on the top of your head right here in this area called parietal cortex, you have a GPS system. But what it does is it puts together your whole world. It tells you where your eyes are, relationship to your head, relationship to the world, and then it adds on emotion to that. And all of that apparatus in him seems to be damaged. And so he doesn't even connect with himself. So he doesn't even have self-empathy, which is extraordinary. Right? And this lack of empathy toward others and himself, you often see it in psychopaths. I'm not saying he's a psychopath, but it's such a curious combination of things. But he was a heroin addict, and the heroin can trigger this dissociation, this depersonalization syndrome. It's like you're living in a dream where you're watching yourself. You can see this in schizophrenia and schizoaffective disorder, different psychiatric disorders where people feel separated from themselves. You see it in people who take hallucinogens.
Yes.
Where they tried, and so you see it in dream states. We've measured all sorts of dream states where you see this. And so anybody who's had these strange dreams where they're hanging over themselves or in anesthesia. And so many people have experienced this, but not all the time. It's not, they don't feel that it's occurring 100% of the time. In his case, it seems that he's living this all the time, like he's in a dream state, in a very
disturbing
dream state.
Well, Jim, thank you
And
very much.
He knows all the words. He knows
right, Jim. Thank you
he
very
studied
much.
this.
Right,
It
that,
sound
and
like
that I
you
think is the most
scapegoating it.
bizarre part about
We
it.
don't want to hear nothing about that shit. Cause I don't believe that shit. They finna trump this shit up and make it seem like he about to, like, they finna make this shit seem like he got some kind of problem and all this. No, that motherfucker sick. Period. That motherfucker crazy and he's sick as fuck.
They don't release him.
Huh?
They don't release him.
Having spoken to Talkin, I 100% believe Mike. There's no motive.
That's crazy.
I think it's profoundly.
Well, shit, man. That's all we got for today, man. On some real shit.
Go to the photo.
OG Cotton, GD Dub, Triple OG, OG. Cotton. Goody Two Shoes, always. Ruffy Drib in the crib.
Yeah.
I'm sleep, man. What you got going on, Goody Two Shoes? You know, I know you promoting something this week. What's cracking?
He's the victim too.
It's just a music showcase gonna be in Cleveland this Sunday. Other than that, I do got some good news. I'm still holding on to that, but it is out there that your girl is gonna be. I done got what's the word? Found. Somebody found me, so. Yeah, we gonna leave it at that. I've been found.
I cried.
Y'all just be on the lookout for some more good news.
Okay. You been found doing what with your nasty ass?
No, it's not.
You know I had to get you, cuz. You said you been found. Well, look, we're gonna stick close. We're gonna take the 10 bits as you give them.
Yeah, I got specifics on well, not specifics, but I got more details to come soon. I just got a couple more things, and then I'll get the big drop of the good news.
Man, we all that shit too. We wait.
Yeah.
We definitely wait, man.
Got some great things, y'all. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm good. I'm cool. I'm about to go get situated in a minute. And get off rest my back.
Yeah.
Get off my back and let my night nurse hook me up.
Okay.
She gotta hook me up real quick and then I'm back at it, man. I got some shit coming, man. Me and Drib got some shit going on, but we kinda like cuz, man. We kinda like Goody Two Shoes. We don't wanna until everything get filmed and booked, man, then we'll drop it on here. And then we'll let y'all know after everything gets situated. But
don't have one.
We gotta get some. We gotta send some shit out, get some shit out, get some
Mm-hmm.
shit back, waiting type games. But you already know In My Own Lane coming this year sometime. I ain't got no release date for that shit yet. I'm finishing the last couple songs as we speak. And then y'all just be on the lookout for that. But where do we go from here? Contra, all those singles are out right now on every streaming platform. Y'all go check that out under PG the Hustler. Just like the logo. And other than that, man, shit. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. And shit, we up out of here.
Peace.
Peace.